Hey, everybody, and welcome back again to another episode of Wish You Were Beer. This is a weekly live beer review show. We do it every Thursday.
Which is crazy.
It's stupid.
We have nothing better to do.
Correct.
Daniel, up until that point, that intro you just nailed. You came in right at the right time. Like there was no delay.
What do you think is happening here? It's not a rookie convention. This is like our 87th episode at this point.
It's our 33rd, I believe.
Yeah. So times 3, we're there.
Math.
That's
our Friday podcast.
That's our Friday podcast. Yeah.
Our math podcast.
Oh God.
I hate that it gets more viewers than this one. It really hurts.
It does.
It's just kids trying to figure out what the answer is to their homework.
It's terrible.
It's fine.
As always, if you guys have been here before, or if this is your first time, we do this show every week. We try a different beer. We try to get the breweries involved and hang out with the breweries and have conversations about beer in any capacity. We have a lot of information about the show. We have a lot of different outlets in which you can follow us. So make sure you seek that out. It's down in the About section. And there's Vero. Thank you. This is, hold on. One more episode and we're doing better than Jesus. Maybe the best comment that Vero has ever left. Because correct. If we pass our 33rd episode, we're kicking Jesus's ass. So
I also like the idea of Jesus being episodes.
I think we've already done that.
I think he's got a few more chapters in that.
He's got a few more subscribers too. It's called the Catholic Church. So that being said, if you would do us a huge favor, if for some reason this dumb show makes sense to you, make sure you follow us, subscribe. We have Instagram, Facebook, like all the litany, Twitter. We use Untapped for all of our beers, which most people hate that actually make beer, but we have a lot of fun with it.
Shit.
So if you want to follow us on those avenues, you can follow the show. You can follow us individually. All that information is in the About section. So make sure you follow us any way you can. Share us around. Make sure you subscribe.
That's the most important one. Subscribe.
It is. But other than that, as always, for some reason, I'm still here, and I'm Daniel. This gorgeous woman is Tiffany, and that I don't even know what to call you anymore. That beautiful bearded man.
I'll take it.
Is Phil.
Also, hey Shannon, glad you could make it.
Shannon's also here.
Yes.
Yep. True story.
So,
how you doing, Phil?
You know what? I'm doing all right. I had a day, and this show is the perfect end to that day. So
I also had a day.
Yeah.
It was Thursday.
I feel like it's pretty consistent.
Yeah, I have a day, and then tomorrow we'll see if I have a day tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how the show goes.
I mean, fingers crossed. Otherwise, you're living on the moon and your name is Steve if you don't have a day tomorrow.
What a way to go out.
That is a real deep reference for anyone who's been watching
That was a deep cut.
From the beginning.
So this is my favorite thing, though, and I would like to make this a new thing every week. We didn't talk about this at all, but
no. What
beer did you have this week? What was your favorite beer?
Okay, so I finally unpacked the package from 105 West Brewing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we had Jelly Man,
yep.
Greatest name for a brewer that I've heard in a while. Jelly Man came on, and he was awesome from 105 West. They're out in Colorado.
Yep.
Sent a bunch of beers, and I just got around to finally. I opened up a box the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot about this box."
Oh,
it was just filled with 105, so I threw them all in the fridge. So I've been going through them,
nice.
And Jelly the Elder, which is hilarious.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna have one beer tonight. Just gonna get in bed, have one beer. That is the best beer to just have one beer of.
That was the one, right?
Also, there's no ABV on there, so I was drinking. Was it that one?
Yeah, it's a 10%.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, I was babying it, but not a 10% kind of babying.
Correct.
And so, I kind of got
you don't know it's 10% while you're drinking it.
No.
It does not. That does not connect.
I got about halfway through, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't right."
Honestly, I still have the second one of that he sent us. It's still in the fridge, and I've been waiting because I had the first one, same idea. I didn't know what the ABV was, and I was like, so it's a reference on Pliny the Elder, and I was excited about it, and I was like, great, I'll try it. And then about halfway through it, as we were drinking, I was like, "Holy shit! This is like a real this is a heavy beer."
I like
I
the
didn't realize
champagne
it.
one too.
Yeah.
Champagne.
Yeah, and I had the juicy one last night, and I thought
Okay,
that one
nice.
was fantastic as
Yeah.
well. I mean,
Every time I tag him in any of the check-ins, I'm like, "Jellyman doesn't miss."
yeah, Jellyman knows what he's doing.
Yep, but he refuses to respond back to me now.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he
I think it
responds
was.
to all of my nudes. It's
Oh
great.
my god, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's a please stop.
yeah. Please stop.
Oh, that's what that means.
It's a-
Okay.
I'd like to call it a hard stop, but I don't know who's watching.
Oh, it is.
It's a hard stop.
All right. So, what are we doing today? Oh, we only talked about one beer. That's what we just talked about. What
No, that's fine.
That's
yeah,
fine.
no. I
But
did
yeah,
it.
let's
Yeah,
get
no one
this
cares
show on the
about
road.
what you guys drank.
Well, I'll give you a hint. It was a lot.
Yeah.
I know. I follow
talk
you on
about it later.
Untapped.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll talk about it later. So we are doing a local brewery near us called Billsburg, and they are right next to historic Jamestown. Super cool spot. We've actually filmed their promo video for their Oktoberfest.
Yeah, if you follow our show, we
Um,
did a small video for their Oktoberfest to prep for that, and we spent the weekend out there. And
Yeah. And we somehow convinced not one brewer, but two brewers to come on the show.
Jeez.
So let's bring them in.
yeah, I dare you.
Oh, all right. Let's do it.
So you're on it.
All right, so
Welcome to the show.
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Glad to be here.
So Dino is actually Anthony, but Merendino, and Brad. We also just met. Brad, can you give me your last name because I'm gonna screw it up.
Yeah, it's Hulowitz, and
That
I
was
don't
way
have
easier than I
I
thought.
don't have a shortened version, unfortunately. Got to say the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. But I honestly, I think I could have nailed that just off the phonetics of it. But
Now that you've heard
I
it.
didn't want to ruin it.
It's all good.
Yeah, so
It's happened
you guys
before.
are obviously Dino. We know you. You've been with Billsburg a long time, and you had a brewer leave, and now you're the head brewer, right?
Yeah, so I'm taking the claim as head of brewing operations.
Okay.
Don't really consider myself a brewmaster, so I'm not gonna hold that title. So
I
head
think
of brewing operations, and then this is head brewer Brad right here. So
nice. Okay.
there's a lot of lingo within the breweries that probably don't make sense to a lot of people, but it's kind of however anybody wants to
Yep.
take
And
it.
So, I mean, I guess right away, then I got to know what makes you a brewmaster. What do you got to do?
Lots of education, lots of brewing. Most of the brewmasters go around the world and brew at other breweries, Germany, Czech, all that. So I've been here. I don't have a lot of experience elsewhere. So
So there's no official, like, you got to do this, and this, and then suddenly you're a brewmaster. It's just like someone one day is like, hey, you've done a lot. You're now a brewmaster, or like, how does that? Is it self-proclaimed? What is it?
I don't think. I think it's proclaimed by your peers probably. And there's definitely. I think there's definitely a real title out there. I mean, people earn it. So.
It's like Dino's saying, like a nickname. You kind of can't give it to yourself, and I feel like most brewers are kind of embarrassed to be called it. Like there should maybe be like 5 in the whole world or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not dubbed that, so I'm not going to take that title.
Careful.
Yeah.
By the end of the show, you might be it.
Yeah.
One of us might just start calling you Brewmaster Dino.
Sorry, that's my
So-
fault.
I'm gonna have to ask for a raise if that's the case. So.
I got you back. It's funny though because Tiffany and I were talking about that maybe even last week. So when the other brewer left, we were like, well, who's going to take over? Like, how does that transition work within the brewery world?
Right.
And it's funny to hear you say like there's different monikers that hang in anybody's like corner of, well, I'm this person, I'm this person, I'm this person, because that's something that would be so far off our radar as just somebody who comes and drinks beer at Billsburg. Like, it's so crazy.
Well, it's just a different industry than like what you're interested in or what you're doing, what I'm doing, and
Right.
what Phil's doing. We just enjoy the byproducts.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
just every industry has their own lingo, their own like acronyms and things, right? So it's always interesting to hear kind of what the structure is like behind what's happening.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I think every brewery is different too. I mean, they have different names for same jobs kind of thing. Yeah.
Even breweries, they can't figure out what to call themselves. Some are breweries, some are beer companies, some are.
Yeah.
What are the other ones? Beer
I don't
houses?
know.
Like.
I don't know what makes that or what. So,
as the person responsible for typing those words out on all our social media, all our websites, I'm always like, which one's this? Is this a beer co? Is this a beer comp? What is this?
Yeah.
And I always have to look at it. Drives me crazy.
Crematorium.
But don't worry,
yeah,
Dino, I'm putting Brewmaster down for you next time I post about you. So
you're gonna accidentally get this title, and we're gonna pump you up in the industry. Like
I'm gonna get shunned. Dude, I'm gonna go into work tomorrow, and the brewery's gonna be egged or something. And yeah,
I've already had a beer or two. I'm not driving up there tonight.
So, Brad is obviously the new kid at Billsburg. Did you want to give a introduction of kind of where you're coming from, what your brewing history is as well? Kind of, I guess, your introduction almost that you can pitch.
I've been doing the professional brewing now for I think 11 years. I started at a brew pub in Northern Virginia called Mad Fox. It was in Falls Church. It was about 10 miles south of the Potomac River before DC. So I kind of got my start in there just kind of as a volunteer. I mean, I'd homebrewed for a long time and volunteered for other events before when I lived in California. But yeah, just volunteered in there a couple days a week, kind of did whatever they asked until they eventually hired me. And I filled out a schedule, worked through some Gordon Biersch's, a place called Capital City Brewing Company that was up there, and then eventually worked up to the lead position at Mad Fox, and then moved from there to Pro Renata, which is a small brewery in Charlottesville, just outside of Charlottesville, and was the lead position there for 5 or 6 years. And then now I'm here at Billsburg, so I've kind of worked my way around the state. I guess the only place left I'd have to go after this is the southwest portion of Virginia.
Yeah, don't waste your time. We don't have any viewers out there. You're safe.
But once you go there, you become a master. So
then you get to Dino's level.
You might want to head down there.
No, it's funny because one of the first times I went up to Charlottesville within the realm of the beer world, one of my first stops was Pro Renata, and I've been a huge fan of that brewery, especially being outside of our general demographic. Awesome. Always been a big fan, and now to find out some of the beers I've had there that you were likely responsible for are now going to be 20 minutes away instead of 2.5 hours away. Really, it's super exciting for me. I got nerd fanny. I was
he 100% did. I don't think we were together when you found out, and he texted me a lot of emojis. So I'm really excited. I'm glad to honestly, I'm glad you're on board. We've been dealing with Billsburg since they opened, because I'm from this area. So it's really exciting to have new people, but somehow familiar people, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been around in the Virginia brewing scene for a while, so happy to be part of Billsburg and in the Williamsburg area and starting there. So
I love it.
It's fun.
And now that being said, over to your brewmaster, Dino. It's not gonna stop, Dino. I apologize. But honestly, same question, because I feel like we've talked multiple times, but where the hell did you start?
You said
I started in the ski industry, actually.
Right.
One from one fun industry to the next.
Yep.
I managed Ski World and Newport News. I worked there for about 13 years, managed it for many years. And then actually I hired Austin, our previous brewer, who started out at Billsburg. I hired him in the ski shop. He came from Iowa looking for a job, and I hired him there. And then retail just gets the best of you at some point. And if anybody's worked retail, they know it sucks and people suck.
Yep.
So he knew I was looking to get out, and he was into brewing. And at the time, Ouzelfinch was opening up, and Austin started working there, and asked me if I wanted to come aboard. And I said, hell yeah, get me out of retail. And so that's where I started. I had a lot of technical backgrounds working on skis and snowboards. I like working with my hands, and brewing sounded like an awesome gig. So I kind of sucked it up and just really took to it and enjoyed it. And here I am, instead of starting late in the day and working till late in the night, I start early in the morning. We get in anywhere between 4 and 6 o'clock in the morning, starts our day. And I'm done by 2 o'clock, hopefully. 2 o'clock's a late day. So then I can go coach my kids' baseball team and cut my grass and drink more beer. So.
I was going to say, if you're cutting grass and coaching Little League, there better be beer involved.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody know that.
Yeah.
I got to ask, why are you starting so early? What is the...
like I said, I've got a son, and I hate.
So it's just choice. You just
just choice. And honestly, man, if you've ever been to Billsburg and stepped foot in the brewery in the summertime, we don't have air conditioning. We have a ton of windows, and it's easily 105 plus in the brew house, and it's 5 degrees hotter on top of the brew deck on any given day. So you start early, you beat the heat, and you get home and change out your swamp ass underwear and get on with the rest of your day. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to do that mid-show, just so you know. But
yeah. I'm gonna go pee in the middle of the show. Phil's gonna go change out of swamp ass shorts. Like, we call it even.
I'll be here.
Yeah, I've always been a morning person. I mean, I'm in my flannel pajama bottoms right now. I'm ready. 8 o'clock, I'm shutting down.
I'm actually just.
You guys are lucky to have me right now.
Yeah. It's approaching his bedtime.
Brad doesn't have any pants on, so I'm glad you're at least wearing pajamas.
Yeah.
All right, so this is we're gonna go into a part of the show now for people unfamiliar with it, which is where we get into some history and facts or trivia about the brewery or about the beer, but we call it history and facts, which I think we have It is my 100% favorite.
That's official.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
That's legit.
If you've ever been to Busch Gardens,
I was just going to say
Busch exists.
Busch Gardens music and all, man.
Right. Thank you. There you go.
We did not steal from them. That is our own music.
So, well, yes and no. I asked Anheuser, and he gave me rights.
That makes sense.
So this is the part of the show where typically we go into a little bit more about the brewery itself or about the beer that we're drinking. It goes a litany of different routes. Sometimes it's about Mean Girls.
Yeah, but we can't play that.
But that's not tonight. Yeah.
We can't play that episode anymore. Got
Correct.
taken off
Yeah.
YouTube.
I think we got sued.
No.
But not quite.
We got like a cease and desist.
A cease and desist. From Lindsay Lohan. Of all
directly.
people.
Yeah, it was weird. She texted me.
It was crazy. I was like, I can't believe you can still type.
She's a fan of the
this is
show.
a part of the what?
She's a fan of the show.
A fan of the show. I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
I'm not seeing any extra subscribers though, so I'm a little upset.
Which means she's a fan of the show. We got nothing from it. So this is the part of the show where obviously Tiffany is more intelligent than all of us combined, and she puts together some trivia.
I don't think you're setting this up great because there's a question in here that is.
So that Phil and I try to guess. We don't know the answers to this. And if you're logged into your YouTube account, you can follow along with us. You can answer the questions as well. There's a slight delay, so we'll try to give you a second and a half to 2, depending on how fast you type. So for Vera, we'll give you 10 minutes. And then
she is the first one.
It's just so she can do research and then pretend like she did it beforehand, but she's on Wikipedia.
Okay.
But after that, you guys can answer along as well. So feel free to follow along, and let's do some trivia.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Do it.
And Dino and Brad, I hope you also studied because I'm going to turn it over to you to talk more about it.
Correct. Brad, you're actually off the hook. I hope you studied.
If I miss these questions, I'm fired. So Brad's going to be automatically promoted.
Brewmaster it is.
To Brewmaster.
All right. So Billsburg was founded in what year? 2015, 2016, 2017, or 2018?
Damn, Dan's quick on the draw.
Not a big
Dan
delay
knows
tonight.
folks. And
Dan's been there since the beginning.
Right.
So Dan's one of our good regulars.
Dan,
Hey, Dan.
we've run into him multiple times up
Correct.
Well, then I guess I gotta trust Dan on this one. I'm gonna go with C,
No.
right with Dan.
Now, first of all, Dan can't be trusted. I trust Vero. I will also go C because she never lets me down. So obviously it's 2017, right?
It is 2017. Yep, October 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. I came in December of 2017. So a few months after, I was at the anniversary, but as a guest.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And when you came on, what was your first job there?
Brewing. I went right into it. So Austin was by himself, and I remember the first week I came on there, we did 4 straight double brew days to fill our 20-barrel fermenters, one after another. And if anybody knows, those are 12 to 14-hour days. So it was back to back to back to back. Just got thrown in the mix. It was like, hey, let's do this. I got work to do, and we need to fill these tanks. So we did it. And
that's a great trial by fire, though. Like,
absolutely.
It's like, are you up for this? Let's go.
Yeah. There's no better way. So it was a hell week, and then it was all downhill after that. So
I was gonna say it got better though. Oh no.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nobody can complain about working in a brewery. No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I dig it.
All right. Next question: true or false? The name Billsburg stems from a dad joke on Williamsburg.
God, I want this to be true.
Thank you, Phil. So I feel like from the area, I should know the answer to this question, and I 100% don't.
So this is not like people don't call this. Like I'm not from that area, but people do not call this Billsburg. It's not like a thing.
No, I mean.
So then you might have to go false with this one because I feel like that would be a thing.
No. Shut up, LA. Listen to me. I mean, obviously, Billsburg is a joke on Williamsburg, but is it a dad joke? I feel like Tiffany's trying to trick me here.
I don't.
But,
I'm going true with this one all out.
But we got some actual history on the account here. So true, Dave's dad. Vero says true emphatically in large font.
She's yelling.
Yep, she is yelling, but she's English is her second language. She's always yelling. Love you, Vero. So I'm gonna go true as well because I want it to be a dad joke.
It is. So the founder who passed away actually at 43, February 2020 from a heart attack. Super sad. His dad, when he first got to the location, was like, "Oh, y'all set up there in Billsburg?" And he was like, "I'm sorry, what?"
God, that's fucking brilliant.
So yeah. But I read one of the things that I read about it was that it was like every person's brewery. Like it wasn't for the Williams, it was for the Bills.
Right. Which is also a great reference.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're also welcome.
Williams are also welcome, but
it was like, you could.
But Bills are definitely welcome.
A normal person.
You get special treatment if you're a Bill.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Wait, do you actually get special treatment?
Yes.
That was a long response, Dino. Yeah.
You do now.
See how many people show up tomorrow as Bill?
What do I get?
An extra 2 ounces. No head. We fill it straight to the top of the glass.
You gotta
trust me. I'm
There's
used
your
to
2 ounces.
special treatment being no head. Nobody.
I about spit that right on my computer. I appreciate it.
So things are going well.
we haven't had to use that one in a while.
No, we haven't. That's why I didn't have it at the ready.
That's my 9/11 joke.
I feel privileged to be a part of that.
I thought that was real. I was about to check my computer. What happened?
Let's see how many of these we can get there tonight.
Why did they turn into cartoons?
Oh no! I did not think that I drank that much beer.
Oh wait, so we're 2 questions in, right?
Yes.
All right, let's open this beer up.
I can crack this damn beer.
We finished.
I'm 2 for 2.
All right. You're doing well, Brian. You're almost brewmaster.
I'm keeping
I
score.
don't know if you'll ever earn it, but
I'm on my way.
so For those of you who don't follow us, we're a couple of questions in now. So typically we're going to crack this beer and get a couple of sips into it as we go through the next couple of trivia questions so that we can actually figure out what it tastes like versus just getting the front end of it.
And I'm not going to lie, guys. I only grabbed one from my outdoor garage fridge, and I already drank it. So
I love it. What are you drinking instead?
I'm drinking our Munich Dunkel.
Oh, solid, by the way.
You know, evening time is lager time, not double
Correct.
IPA time. So,
Yep.
especially when you're, wearing flannel pajama bottoms.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just proud of you for wearing bottoms. Again, like I feel like I've made this expressly known, but good job on the bottoms.
It's only
Appreciate
5 p.m. for me, so.
Yeah, Phil's in LA,
it's
so if he's
yeah.
in pajama bottoms, he's worked incorrectly.
Also, you should know that Vero is such a huge fan that she traveled illegally with beer to Argentina, and she brought tourist trap. So your tourist trap is currently being drank in Argentina.
And it's only illegal if you get caught.
Correct. Thank you.
True.
Which she has been ousted. She will be caught now. I've
She's never
alerted
coming
some
back to the
people.
States.
Right. Yeah.
All because of
Honestly,
this beer.
Well, not because of that, but sure. All right, let's get into the next question.
All right.
All right. How many iterations of tourist trap have been brewed, and how are they different?
Hold on.
A, this is really just a question for Dino. I am curious.
Okay.
B, 11, and the difference is purely in the small tweaks that occur when following a recipe. C, 7, and there are no differences. And D, no, really, I am curious, and I don't know the answer.
I love the internet can't solve this one.
All right, so Dino, explain to us.
Yeah, no one knows this fucking answer. So
I will
wait. Fucking Dan.
I will say
Dan knows it all.
I was really busy this week because I had some turnover on my team, and so I was trying to speed people up and
Sure.
announce to the client that we were having a small turnover and they won't notice anything different. But I did not spend more than 2 minutes trying to find this answer, so that's why those are the
Fair.
answers.
You won't find it unless you look at our one of the keg collars in our cooler.
Good. I'm glad I didn't.
Or you work at Billsburg.
Yeah.
So did you guys just buy it today, or when did you guys get yours?
Oh no, we've had this one since we shot the promo video. So
Okay, so you're on 35.
correct. Yeah, I think so.
Brad is probably drinking 36,
Sure.
which we just canned.
Sure.
We just canned yesterday. Was it yesterday or today?
Okay.
Yeah, this morning.
Oh, we canned it this morning.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah. So we are on 36, generation 36. It's the idea behind Tourist Trap is that it's the same grain bill. We put the same malt, same barley in there. Everything's the same there, but we change up the yeast and we change up the hop, the dry hop scheduling.
Okay.
It's kind of an experimental beer for us if we want to try something. I don't feel like we've ever messed it up. Dan might say otherwise, but who knows? Who could remember back to 11?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is your 30 plus. Nobody remembers 1 through 5.
I think 36 really tastes like number 3. I think it tastes like our third generation. Yeah. So
I got.
I'm just on generation 3 for me, so
Yeah. Actually, you can tell us.
Why do so many, and why not just name it something different?
well, then you'd have to get approval, and you'd have to pay for every name that you get approved by Virginia ABC.
Right.
So it wasn't meant to be this popular, and it wasn't really meant to go into distribution either. Distribution always kind of eats it up and works its way into making everything a pain in the ass. You try and make one fun beer, and then everybody likes it, the popularity grows, and they want to see it everywhere. And then it goes into distribution, and you've got to make more of it. So it's a fun beer for us because we can literally walk into the cooler and close our eyes and say we're going to put those hops in it, and whatever it is, we kind of that's the secret behind Tourist Trap is we just kind of pick and choose and throw whatever the hell we want to into it, and it turns out great, and the variations are a lot of fun, and people enjoy it. So
yeah, that's fun because I think this is probably the 4th or 5th variation of it I've had personally.
At
obviously.
least.
Yeah, I mean, I may have had more than that depending on where
just
I
don't
was
know.
and don't remember.
Yeah.
It allows the brewers to mix up the hops too, because you can't be like, well, I'm tied into a contract for Citra or Mosaic or whatever, and you can get like an order of something else, a new hop that just came out or something that's hard to get, and say, hey, we can do whatever we want with this. So
Yeah, here's
also a
our
cool thing to do.
41st variation of it, and it has this in it now.
Yeah.
So do you know what hops are in this one?
Well,
The 35
you gotta
is
give
on
them
there?
this one. Yeah.
35 was. It doesn't say on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think the labels are the same.
Yeah, we're not.
It doesn't even say 35.
Yeah,
From what I'm
It's
seeing.
proprietary.
yeah.
Proprietary.
I know Waiti is in there. New Zealand hop.
Cashmere, I know we got some cashmere.
Yeah, Cashmere Waiti. There you go. I think that's it. Really, I think it's Cashmere Waiti and
Some Mosaic, maybe.
sure.
Sure, why not? Throw a little of that in there.
Do you taste Mosaic in there?
It's open to the drinker's interpretation.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you should never trust us on that. Because
I
I'm
don't
like,
think I know the difference.
oh,
I really like this is one of my goals like in the next year is like now that we've had this show for a while, I really need Brad went away. I really need to
It's
figure
just the
out
sensors his pants showed. So
no, I need to like actually spend time and like learn like what like the hops smell like, what they taste like, and like really kind of like start exploring.
sounds like a lot of work.
No, well, because that's another thing is I want to do like I want like our features like
Right.
things is to like brew beer with like the 3 of us.
Sure.
Dino,
Yeah,
you're
you-
invited if you want to come.
Sounds like a party. The best thing to do would be like go to homebrewer store or something and just buy the little 1 ounce packets of the hops and just smell them and know what they are and because it's tough in beers. So there's definitely certain hops that you can pinpoint. Citra is a popular one, but you can definitely pinpoint certain hops, but smelling them is the biggest thing. Isolating them is.
I like to roll around in them. You just dump them on the floor and then just immerse yourself in it, and that's really the best way.
I imagine every brewer is basically just Scrooge McDuck, but with hops. I imagine you go home, go to your lair, open the door, dive off a diving board into like a Sam Adams commercial.
Yeah, like a big ball pit.
Also, we have a little thing up. Apparently, and I forgot. I did know this was a thing. We have a blog on our show, and Vero actually wrote a blog on hops.
It's in Argentinian, I assume.
Nope.
I haven't read it.
that's what Google
And
translates for.
forgot all about it. I skimmed it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
please. You read the whole damn thing. We have one more trivia question left
Yeah.
now?
We do. We got one last one.
Come on.
Look,
All right.
Daniel keeps things on track. He's
Yeah, he's looking at the
We're
clock.
34 minutes in. We have 10 more minutes. We got a lot
He's
of
like,
shows
it's
left.
Thursday night football. I've got things
Thank
to
you.
do.
You wait till Duke basketball season starts. I'm going to fuck this whole show.
You're just like, we're just gonna replace you and see who notices.
And I'll give you a hint. No one.
No one.
All right. True or false? The Billsburg location sits on 10 acres overlooking Marina.
I mean, I feel like I know this one.
I'm just hoping she didn't do some trickery.
Might be
It's
like
it's like
10.2.
9.
Right. Yeah,
9.7.
exactly. It's like 9.3759, which is false.
False.
False. The marina sits on Billsburg. Good
I'm going with
answer.
that answer.
Good answer, said someone without a boat. No,
that's Austin too, by the way.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it, Austin. I thought I was on a volcano. These are great answers, by the way.
All solid.
Yes. Vero just speaking Argentinian again. I don't know what a sideways face means.
She's laughing. God,
Oh,
you
I
are the
see. I see.
meanest-
I see.
You are so mean.
I see now. But I feel like it could be like a trickery question. Like it probably is like 9.375 acres, or it's measured in hands because it's in the Queen's English. Because how the hell did y'all get that goddamn spot?
The county county definitely helped out.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt the question. Is this
Yeah,
true
you
or
do.
false?
Oh, it is true.
Good.
All right.
So this has always been my thing ever since you guys opened and every time we're up there. I'm like, how does this space exist this close to Jamestown and a marina and somehow like smack in the triangulated portion of it? And I'm like, who bought this space? Who was gifted this space?
You're just jealous it wasn't you.
I'm hugely jealous. Like, God.
Yeah, and Anheuser
Location.
Anheuser missed out, I think.
Yep.
But it's a great location, man. I get to come in the morning. That's part of the reason I start early is, Brad and I get to look out over the water and see the pink sunset or sunrise every morning. And
Yep.
it's definitely a beautiful setting for a beer.
So you force Brad to go in at 4 a.m. when you're in there.
He does not force it.
No, I don't.
No, we make a compromise. I still try to get in pretty early. To
A good 2 p.m. Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, he did say between
Oh, here we go.
4.
John Vito.
Hey!
Welcome.
He did
Yeah,
say between
Vito's in the
4 and
house.
6.
All right, Brad, you can leave. Just leave the dog.
Wait, don't stand up.
He's
You're
gonna
not
handle
wearing
it from
pants
here.
yet.
Don't stand up.
He hasn't been on my lap in more than 15 minutes, so he.
Trust me, I'm familiar with that. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Tiffany.
Is it the dog?
Nope, just you.
Brad,
All right, so that all things being squared, let's talk about this beer. So I know this is a different variation of it. So we're probably actually all on different variations of it at this point. We sent Phil the same one that we're having,
And
Yeah.
Barrow.
right? And Barrow's had that one. You're on like iteration like 97 at this point because it's
He
been a
said
few
36.
weeks.
We're on 35. Brad's on 36.
No,
Dino.
Brad's on
37's in the tank, actually.
He said 3.
Yes.
But so the idea is behind it. So it's a lot of the same makeup, but fun for the brewer. Like at the end of the day, like whatever we got, whatever we can make, here's this variation of it. Right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We can do whatever with it.
So that's always fun for me because I'm an idiot. I drink beer, but I'm an idiot about why it exists or why it's good or why it's bad. I either like it or I don't. But I couldn't tell you what's in it versus what's not in it. But
This one's like it's got like a soft texture.
Correct.
And it's very like mouth watery.
Yep.
It's very good.
super smooth.
That's how I'm gonna just talk about it. Just describe what's happening in my mouth.
Juicy.
Which we all know.
So we didn't throw out the technical difficulties on that one. I'm alone
Nope.
here.
I know what sells. All right.
Yeah.
So it's definitely. I mean, so we've had a lot of iterations of this one.
Yeah.
I can't remember all of them, obviously, but I like this
Me
one.
neither.
Right. Yeah, no shit, right? Good Lord.
Well, then I'll just ask the simple question: why
Sure.
is it called Tourist Trap?
Thank you.
Because we are in the heart of tourism. I mean, in Jamestown, Waynesburg, we get people that come with their stickers from the Jamestown settlement is literally like a stone's throw from our parking lot. People can walk across the parkway and walk into our parking lot. So we get tourists every day, and maybe we're the best tourist trap they've had. You know, it was.
Been to Jamestown, then yes.
Yeah, there was other names we were throwing because we're right there by Jamestown. The Discovery series,
Yeah.
Exploration series, but Tourist Trap seemed good because we were kind of joking on the tourists when they come in, and it's good for everybody.
It's
Yeah.
honestly it's one of my favorite rotating series based solely off the name. Like
Yeah.
regardless of what you guys put in this, because I grew up in this area and I'm like, damn right, it's a tourist trap.
Yeah.
I've been to
Yeah.
Jamestown. It's a bunch of boats and spikes, and you get your tongue cut out when you swear. But there's a brewery over here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
For free because we pay taxes.
True story.
So
True story.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it,
And they've
we're
got
living the tourist trap.
and they've got AC in there, so
True story.
anytime you guys want to go in there, if you're a York County or James County resident.
So
Yeah.
the thing that gets me on this one, regardless of what variation it is 7.4%.
Is it always the same? Ish?
No, because we've messed around with it before. We've added oats. We've taken oats out. We've used spelt instead of wheat. We've done so many different things. So things have changed, or we haven't been paying attention during the brew sometimes. And shit just goes awry.
That may be the most honest answer we've gotten on this show.
So honestly, just say labeling it as a rotating IPA means it is what it is.
Takes us off the hook.
And it comes out. I mean, hazy IPAs are, hazy IPAs are hazy IPAs. A lot of them taste the same. Let's be honest. A lot of them taste the same. Mm-hmm. And they're juicy, they're colorful, they're easy to drink, they're loaded with hops, but they don't have a hoppy finish. So people of all different, flavor profiles or taste profiles can enjoy hazy IPAs. So it gets everybody. I mean, Dan even brought up we did a triple tourist trap for our 3rd anniversary, and it was like 9%. So, not for this anniversary, no.
He's doing quadruple.
At some point, maybe.
At some point, maybe.
Dan wants so much from us, though. He
honestly
he wants dark beers. He's like, where's your Imperial Porter? Where's this? And now he wants a triple tourist trap. Come on, man.
Has the answer ever been, I don't know, when are you going to brew it?
Right?
Come on downtown, Dan.
Yeah, challenge is on. I'll give you the keys.
You can come in and grain out for the triple IPA.
Daniel will even call you Brewmaster, Dan.
Honestly, if he makes a good beer, I'll call him Brewmaster. Jesus. Apparently, it's just a fake term in the industry anyway. Who cares?
Oh, it's already on my business card. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a fun beer to make. I mean, we get to try different hops that we haven't tried before. Most of the time, and to go back to your question, Phil, too, about why we brew it so much, it's also to keep the yeast alive. It's an expensive yeast. We use Coastal Haze or London Fog from White Labs. Take that secret to the bank if you want to, but it's definitely not a secret.
The bank doesn't know who I am.
But it's expensive, and for a small brewery like us, in order to keep it alive, we have to brew it within a certain amount of time. So we've actually used that yeast in our pale ale a couple times. We've done a hazy pale ale, so just so we can kind of keep it rolling and keep it alive and save some money and make some money. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, we really do appreciate the both of you coming on.
Absolutely.
This has been a freaking hilariously fun show. But we are going to kick you off in a second, but we do want to ask you before you go, like, what do you guys got coming up? What's exciting? I mean, Brad, you're on board. Like, what's something super exciting coming up for you guys?
Our anniversary is this weekend, actually. Our 4-year anniversary starts tomorrow. We've got trunk or treat for the kids starting at noon, right when we open up. We are a very family-friendly brewery too. That's what a lot of people like about us is we've got all that.
Gotta start drinking somewhere,
Yeah. So. Yeah. So real quick, funny story. I rolled it to the brewery Saturday. One of these Saturdays after my kid's soccer game, we came in. My son Michael loves the brewery. We roll in and I see this big old balloon, and it's a number 8. And I'm like, what the heck? And I pull up, and there's an 8-year-old birthday party going on in the field at the brewery. Yeah. And I looked at my wife, and I looked at Michael, and I was like, man, times have changed because damn if I ever had my 8th birthday party at a brewery.
Yeah. It's all Chuck E. Cheese.
Probably bowling alley was probably just as bad at the time back in the 90s. But
yeah, they sold cigarettes at those things.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, this weekend, man, all weekend, our taproom manager, Corey, has a really cool theme planned out, Night of Living Lager. So he's got kind of a horror theme going. We brewed a heck of a lot of lagers for this thing, kind of going back for our roots. We got a traditional Dortmunder lager. A lot of our throwback beers that we did when we first opened up, we're bringing a lot of those back. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be a nice little throwback year, beers that people haven't had. And shoot, man, we're bringing back a hoppy wit beer that hasn't been brewed in about 3 years. So
Success.
Nice.
yeah.
But not that triple IPA that everyone wants.
I think me being there now is pretty exciting too for all the listeners. So if they want to come out and shotgun a beer with me anytime, I'll be there.
Don't challenge Daniel. Don't challenge him.
I'll have some cans at the ready.
There you go.
Challenge accepted. Now, so for you guys that don't follow us, we shot a video with Billsburg a couple weekends ago for their Oktoberfest. They had a huge venue and a beautiful party going on with a bunch of different breweries locally, food trucks. Like it was a great event. So you may have already met Corey that Dino referenced earlier. And I think over this weekend there may be a Rocky Horror Picture in some capacity where I think Corey may be dressed up.
I hope
I have heard.
He sent me a text message saying he was, and if he's not, I'm not coming.
those are the rules.
Those are the rules, damn it.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. He's gone all out for this Halloween, man. Our tap room, if you've been by in the past couple of days, he's gone all out and decorated. It looks cool. So he's put a lot of work in, and he's going to put a lot of work in this weekend for making it good for everybody. So it's cool, and I like that. We're doing a trunk or treat too, man. I think that's really cool. We got the space to do it, so bring the kids out too, man.
I was going to say for anybody who's ever watched any of our shows or knows where Tiffany and I are located, which I assume every man who's watching knows where Tiffany is located. But
I hope not. My location is turned off.
Jesus Christ.
Location is off.
Catholic church in here. But honestly, so we spend a lot of time up in Williamsburg. If you're ever in this area, or if you live in this area, or anywhere near Colonial Williamsburg, Billsburg probably has the best venue in the history of Williamsburg, other than Jamestown. I mean, that's like the OG.
They did a pretty good spot. They were like, we're gonna stop here.
Right, but they did a lot of weird stuff I'm not comfortable with. Pretty comfortable with Billsburg's spot. They have a great spot. It's a marina on one side. It's huge, family friendly. It's again a 10-acre property, all outdoor seating. The bar is still inside if you want, but it's beautiful.
Yep.
So,
yeah, once the construction's done too, it'll be cool because you can actually rent stand-up paddle boards down below at the marina.
I'm so excited for that.
You can kayak. You can actually drop in your own kayaks, go fishing right out there, and then come on in and have a beer. So it's a really cool combination.
I hope you guys got insurance on that because Daniel is going to mess it up.
Oh, we're not associated with that. That's the county, man. We don't
That's the
have
county.
that.
Good,
So
good. Okay, good.
no,
They got my
Just
tax
very
ID.
concerned.
yeah. Well, yeah, you guys are always welcome too, man. You should do a show and come brew with us one day. Just come. Maybe we'll start a couple hours. I'll start a couple hours later just for you guys.
I will fly in.
You get up
I'm
2
coming
hours
in.
later than me, Dino. But
Yeah, we'd have a good time.
No, honestly, that's I may take you up on that eventually. That's always been one of our things. Like, I would love for all of us just to come brew a beer, even if it never gets put out anywhere or anything else.
Like this is literally the worst
here's
thing
the
ever.
steps,
We can't
here's-
actually give
It's
it
obviously
out.
garbage.
We won't let
because
that happen.
Tiffany
Don't
put in Tiffany put in the ingredients.
I was like the hop fairy, and I was like, "What is this?"
I love it.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you coming on so much. This was a
Cheers.
blast.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you
Thank you
guys.
so much. And anyone who's watching, stop in at Billsburg
Yep.
Brewery. This sounds like a hell of a place, and I'm gonna come when I visit you guys. So
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Oh yeah.
But
Sounds
thank
good,
you
man.
guys
We
so
look forward
much.
to it.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Guys, thank you all
Cheers,
again.
guys.
Appreciate it, guys.
Be safe.
That was fun.
You know what's funny is like every time I think like we have somebody on the show and like I'm gonna have a bad time, and then I'm like,
You
even
don't
if
even think it's gonna be a bad time. It's just like
Well,
you have to be like
it's
on.
people I know, like you got to be on, and then I'm always like, well, this is a fucking blast. Why don't we do this every week?
And then we realize we do this show every week,
Yeah.
and whether guests are here or not, we seem to have a blast. So
Yeah. Well, it's always funny because usually by Thursday I'm dead. Like
Sure,
I'm so
sure.
tired from the week that I'm just like I cannot wait until like Friday at 3. But I come into the show and I'm like I'm a little tired and I'm not feeling it. But like a minute in, I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is gonna be great. I'm so excited, and like it's always a great show. So
Also, I'm kind of look. You guys, you have been wonderful hosts every time I've come to visit. But how have you not taken me to this brewery yet?
Well, so we were on limited time last time.
Yes.
I mean, it was limited time.
that's right. Yeah,
For sure.
And we went a few
You
specific
ghosted us
places.
for multiple days
Correct.
for a dog.
For a dog, Hoss. For a dog.
Well, either way. No, like I said,
But
you've
yes.
taken me to great breweries. You guys have great breweries in your area, I will
True
say.
story.
But here you are complaining.
But like you have not
Thank you.
taken me to this one yet. Like,
Well,
you know what
so-
though? It gets me excited because I'm going to come visit you again, and now I've
True
got
story.
new spots to go. So
True story. So we ran into Austin and Dino. So Austin, the original brewer that has since left, and now Dino is obviously brewmaster.
of course, it's
Obviously.
I've already sent him the business cards.
Correct. I've already had business cards made and sent them to him. No, but so we were on Austin's going away party. We were at a different brewery locally in the area, and we ran into all of them.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my God, you know Austin's leaving."
And we were
Like
like,
this is like the second time we've met these people, and they're like, "Austin's leaving. You should come up to his going away party. We're gonna have it in Billsburg. Like we're gonna shut down. Like come on up." And they were like, "Yeah, just show up. You're fine. We know your face now." And we walked in there, and they're like having a barbecue and we're just drinking beer and hanging out with all these people. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Who the fuck are y'all people? This is fantastic."
right, like
That's
just
amazing.
it's like super great people. And yeah, it's every time we go in, we usually run into someone now who either recognizes us.
Well, they recognize your hair. Let's not kid ourselves.
It's
They don't
great
recognize
hair.
my face. Yeah.
I need a
Great
haircut so bad. I keep trying to like make it look nice for the show, but it's been like 3 months that I haven't that I've been trying to get it cut. Yeah, I only trust one person with it though, so at this point it's anyway, it's fun.
All right. Well, shall we do the moment that all brewers hate that we do?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's review time. What
Yeah.
beer are we reviewing this week?
I know.
We are reviewing. Can you hold the can up and I'll hold the
Yeah,
I'll
hold
the
the can
empty
up.
here.
Right in the
There
middle.
you
I
go.
got it.
Type
I'm
it.
there.
So we are reviewing Billsburg Tourist Trap.
Which is
Variation
apparently the
39th.
39th.
We're doing 35. 36 was
35.
canned today. 37 is in the tanks.
Right.
Look at me listening.
Look at you.
Also,
So with
crazy
being
that
said-
they do so many so quickly.
Right.
The fact
So-
that you have one, he was drinking the next one, and there's already another one.
I love
and we
it.
got ours like recently.
I
So
love it.
with that being said, it is a continuously rotating like
IPA
variant
series. Yeah.
of a similarly based but not the same IPA every time. So I have had multiple ones of these. It is unfortunately I checked my original check-in. I did not like the first one, but everyone since I have liked. But I think this one is the best.
This
No.
is true though. No.
So
Here's
So
the question,
We've
though.
had
Ken,
this beer, but we've had different variations of it. And Tiffany before the show was like, "Oh fuck,
I don't think I changed it
what
after
beer
I had,
did I
like, the
have?
next,
Which
like,
variation did I have?"
after because I knew I had checked it like when I had the second one. And I was like, this doesn't seem right. Like, and then I realized it was a rotating one. But I was like, oh, I was a bitch. Like, oh.
I mean, you can't blame them for not updating every 2 weeks when they've had the new one out.
Well, so no. So this is the thing.
Right.
So this is what we always joke about on Untapped because you can release the same beer every year systematically and change it on Untapped as
Yeah.
a 20 or 2021 or 2019 version, and it can be a new beer. Or it can be a rotating series and it's always the same one. So whatever time you checked it in,
Yeah.
that's it. Every time you go to check it in, that's your beer now.
right.
yeah.
Even though it's a
So-
different
And
variation.
some breweries will add like the year of the
Right,
the
right,
Right. But
variation.
this one is like a monthly. Like there's
I
just
mean, they come out with one
it's-
every month. You
Mhm.
can't
Right.
you can't constantly
So-
update
so
that.
anyway, it was funny because I saw my rating and I was like, I don't remember it being this bad.
What
Right.
was it, Tiffany? What was your rating?
It was
on the
so
one
So
you
my
had?
original rating was a 2 out of
Ooh.
5. Like jerk move on my
Hold
part.
on.
Hey.
Hold on.
Time out. Yeah. Dino's still watching, and you're welcome.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't miss this section.
This is bullshit.
No, but it's funny because I actually screenshot it and I sent it to Phil and Daniel on like our group text, and I was like, oh no. And I was like, I should have changed this after I had it again and liked it. Because like I said, this is a standard that's always on tap there, and it's an easy one. I know it's gonna be like good and interesting.
You think
Anyway,
so?
No, but
I'm putting you on the spot here.
I do like this one.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like it's soft. My mouth keeps watering. Like it's still good. Like
No
at the
one's
bottom.
mouth is watered over.
That is a
softness.
literal.
Hey, Dino, she gave you a 2. We're kicking you back
No.
out. All right. See you later. All right. Let's talk about
I love it. Okay, so at the end of the day, so not the same variation that I checked in on Untapped.
Did you check yours? What you rated?
Yeah. I give it a 3.5, which
is actually not bad for you.
it
No, it's not bad at all.
struggle with
wasn't.
this
It
score,
wasn't quite this bad.
I love-
Best I think.
I
It
love
wasn't
it.
a 2. 2 is close to Warheads.
I just
I
love that.
know.
I just love that this is who this is with this comment. Thank you.
No.
Uh,
So I always try to like figure out like what was going on with my life that day, and I think that's
we
why.
were obviously talking.
Yes, but
So
I
you
think
hated
that's why
everything.
Untapped is such a like terrible place. It's because like it's such a just personal preferences, but then you try and like compare it across the like everyone. Anyway, I will edit my score because this one is really good.
No, you should not edit your score. I need you guys to change it on Untapped so that it comes out as a different variation.
Daniel's
so that we
thinking
can-
numbers. He's so upset that he can't add more numbers.
Thank
So-
you. I've had
Same,
37 of these beers, and I've
Yeah,
only checked
but
in
you've
one
only
of them
gotten to do
because
it
Untapped
once.
won't let me check in more of them.
Look,
Yeah,
Dino, if
we
you
are-
need someone to create the new one every time, just let us know. We'll create it for you.
Well, let's not give ourselves more work we're not getting paid for, Phil.
Oh yeah, you're super busy.
Well, I mean, actually, yes. I'm worried about you.
I love how you just assume it's me who has to do it. It's true. All right, Tiffany. So, what is your updated score of Billsburg
variant
Brewery
is-
Tourist Trap 35?
A 4.25. I really
Hold on,
like
you
this
jumped
one.
the gun on that.
Whoa.
I don't. Hey, hold on.
Wait,
Dino
from a
is still
2?
watching, so no.
From a 2 to a 4.25?
Thank you.
Right,
I
well,
think
no.
that's horseshit.
No. So once again, I don't know what that other variant was. Dino even referenced that Dan might not agree that they were all good. So I'm gonna just go with the understanding of every once in a while it's not a bad beer, but it's not a great beer. And if I came in there expecting it to be like some of their other beers, I'm a huge lager fan.
Yeah.
And if their lagers are always at a really high standard, and their IPA or their hazy IPA, which is kind of a standard like within breweries at this point.
Just digging a hole.
No, I'm not. I'm explaining my. You don't have to like what I'm saying. You can leave.
He's got to pee anyway.
I gotta
so
pee
might as well.
anyway. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No, but so my thing is, I think I was comparing it to like what I expected it to be,
That's fair. Yeah.
and like I said, this is a beer that we've had multiple times
Yeah.
since, and I never even bothered to check that I had rated it because I was like, oh, I've obviously rated this. We've had it so many times,
Right.
So I actually looked for the first time today, and I will change it. But no, I really like this one because I think that with hazy IPAs, because they are a really popular variant of beers, they sometimes can go horribly awry because they like make it too hazy, and then it's like really bitter, or it's
Really
like way
stringent
too
usually for me.
like way too like fruity almost as well, like on like kind of the other end of it. This one's a really well balanced, and it's like kind of like a basic hazy IPA. It's very good.
Good.
So that's my score. Now I've taken up all of the time. So
Yeah,
hurry up,
I'm
let's
gonna
go.
stick with my original 3.5. Go, Phil.
I'm going with a 3.75.
Well, I hate you. Show over.
I know. Just confusing now to know what that score is.
Who's
So
gonna
anyone-
math this?
Who's going to math the 3.5,
Pharaoh.
3.75, and a 4.25? while we wait for someone else to math it for us,
Right.
I will explain my thing. I don't think that 3.75 is a bad score in any way whatsoever.
No.
It's a great beer. It just didn't like excite me to a point of like a 4. 4s have to really excite me. 3.75, fantastic beer. Nothing wrong with it. It's a great beer. I'd have it over and over again.
Sure, where my calculator is.
But
Work on it.
to hit that 4, it has to be something exciting. And I'm positive that Billsburg has a 4 on tap for me or above. Like, the beer is good. I have no, this one in particular, yeah, it's fun. It's a fun beer. It's good. I'd have it again. Absolutely. So what's our score, Tiffany?
3.833333333.
It repeats a lot. It repeats a lot.
3.75?
Yeah.
Yeah. 3.75 would be the easiest.
Because
one.
if we also include Vero's score, which is also a 3.75, because she's our like ghost
Well, we
writer.
gotta translate it. Oh, I can only see the numbers.
So for a show score, I think a 3.75, that puts it pretty high up on our list. We got to get up on our website the scores of all of the beers that we've had and see who can like top it, because I think
I'll give you a hint. It's the mallet.
We gotta bring
not a score on the episode, because that's the greatest episode of all time.
Oh God.
John Mallet was recently cutting down trees in anyway.
Let's not give Mallet more time.
You gotta stop following the Mallet.
Yeah, no, we don't.
I love his
All right.
Instagram.
So listen, we're an hour in, so we're gonna bypass where we normally go through Untapped. Can we get to a section of the show that is called Wish You Were Beer? So this is a portion of the show for you guys that aren't familiar with it, where it gives us a couple of minutes, so to speak, to talk about what we wish was actually beer, whether it's something from our personal lives or the week in politics.
Please bring up politics.
I can't wait.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I can't. I hope it goes that
route.
Route.
Tiffany, please bring me the politics.
But so at the end of the day, it just gives us a few seconds to step away from this show and actually talk about something we wish was beer instead.
It's when we lose all our viewers, pretty much.
Correct.
Yeah.
100%. So that being said, speaking of when we lose all our viewers, Tiffany, would you like to start?
Sure.
Don't make me throw up that technical
Wish You Were Beer this week is literally none of the above. For the record, so 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that I was starting therapy up again.
Yeah.
I had a second session again today, and we were talking about things. And so, like at work, it's really common, especially for women, to have impostor syndrome. But it's pretty much like unanimous across the board. Like men and women experience it the same. And she was like, I think that you're self-sabotaging yourself, like based on not only the way you're speaking, but like in your personal life. And so like you're like taking a lot of the like things and issues from your past, and you're like, it's not just at work, it's also in your personal life. So I wish my self-sabotage was beer, because that's way better than just expecting bad things to happen because they've always had been in the past. Or like just being like, I don't really think I deserve that, so let's do something different. So anyway, I wish that was beer, because she said that and I was like, whoa, I don't think so. And we like talked about it some more.
Disagreed.
I was like, no, maybe you're right.
End call.
Fuck you, your degree.
No, it was funny because I was like throwing out like the like different things, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stand by that one." And I was like, "No." So I wish that was beer, because beer is way easier to like manage.
Accept.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, I'm just saying, if
100%.
So that's my wish you were beer, is self-sabotage. So I'm working on that this week.
This should be a fun week for me.
Yeah.
Phil, you're next.
This week, I wish that my coworkers were beer, because today, so as some people know, I work from home. I've done that for 8 years. I don't really deal with my coworkers too much. I'm very independent. But every now and then there is a day where all my coworkers need something at once. And if all of them had just been like, beer, 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 I would have been like, this is great. Greatest day of the week.
I can fix this.
But instead, They just wanted things. No one gave me beer. It was all just like, I need this done. I need this done. And so my day was crazy. And that was why I had a day. Had it been all beer, it would have been a great day. So that's my rant.
I'm okay.
Daniel?
With this. Mine's to put it in your category, Phil. Mine's wicked easy.
I love you using wicked.
Yeah,
What are you,
I
from
know.
Boston?
I know.
Thank
I
you.
just saw your
It
computer
felt
monitor
so
move.
good to my ears.
I know. You guys and wicked. Go fuck yourself. I'll meet you at Dunkin' in the morning.
Oh, so hard. So hard.
No, so honestly, mine's really easy, and I'm gonna keep it tight to the chest. But I wish,
like my therapy.
yeah, for
Boom.
sure. I wish the company formerly known as a company that now trades as Meta was beer, because what a crock of shit. I like beer way better. And if you don't know anything about that, look up.
You talking Facebook?
Correct. Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to even give them that name anymore because they're idiots. But yes. I
Well,
wish the artist formerly known as Facebook was beer so that I could fucking put up with him again, because it's only getting more and more stupid.
says the
time.
guy who hasn't been on there in like 10 years.
Correct. And now they're meta world peace. Like Ron Artest did that shit fucking 25 years ago. Like, you think
I
you're
will
new,
say-
Zuckerberg?
Anyone who's got a money on whether or not Meta World Peace would be brought up on this broadcast,
You're
on
welcome.
this show, just is a millionaire.
And also, if you parlayed that to if I'll mention his real name, goddamn you. You won $100,000 of my money.
But if we bring up hanging with Mr. Cooper, you've won nothing.
Suddenly
I just
I'm the idiot.
ruined it for everyone.
Jesus.
Oh,
So anyway, I just wish that whole debacle was beer so that I could continue to put up with that stupid fucking world.
at least you get to just drink beer and forget about it.
True story.
All right, guys, what are we doing next week, guys and gals and whatever?
You tell me,
What are we
because I think
doing?
we talked about this earlier, but I don't remember.
Oh, next week. Join us next week, 8 o'clock Eastern. We will be drinking chocolate covered series from Thorn Brewing. I'm going to go out of order here. It's Golden Goodness. So it's a stout from Thorn Brewing, and it's part of their chocolate covered series.
And we're going to be doing that because I think it's
It
National
is
Stout Day.
Stout Day the day after the show. So
Right.
I thought, let's drink a stout. Also, our IPA level is getting crazy. If you look at our,
It's a lifestyle for me, Phil.
if you're looking at our website, you can now see the episodes by style of beer, and our IPA page is like way long, and our stout and porter page is 2. So we got to start changing it up. We got to start exploring. And you know me, I love finding a beer I hate.
I
It's my
thought, you know what's
favorite.
honest for me? When you
That's-
said, you
that-
know me, we got to start exploring. I thought you were going to say, I love exploring. And I was like, true story.
Oh, so true. But I'm excited about this bit. This is actually one of the ones from the coast I'm on, I believe. I think Thorn Brewing is out here.
There.
So it's fun to now jump coast and see what's going on the West Coast with beer.
True story.
And had a stout. We haven't had a stout since your manager is bitch. Or that
Oh,
was
yeah,
even
we
a-
did
but
do
that was
that
a
one. I
porter,
forgot.
but
Yeah,
porter
I forgot.
stouts, we haven't had a dark beer in a while.
True
So I'm
story.
excited about this.
And it's like stout season. So
yeah, it's perfect stout season.
also
Yeah, for the record, Dino sent us a private chant of I wish doing laundry was beer. You
Yeah.
could have just
I don't think
we got you, Dino. You could just come on in, huh?
also I forgot to do laundry today. So yeah.
So you're on board with Dino.
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't usually forget to drink beer.
All right.
100%.
Well,
I forget.
so next week, bring a porter, bring a stout, bring something dark. Let's drink some dark beers next week.
Right.
Like
Let's
my
have some
fart.
fun. Remember to subscribe to our account. Please share it with people because that's the only way this gets out.
I dare you.
And follow all
Thank
our
you to Billsburg.
Mhm.
stuff. Who?
Yeah, Billsburg.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they were just on the show. Dino.
I'm pretty
head
sure John
brewmaster.
Mallett was just on the show.
Didn't know. Fuck you. Head brewmaster Dino.
Brewmaster. Oh, I know Brewmaster Dino.
I know brewmaster.
Yeah, Brewmaster Dino was on the show. I missed it.
No, but seriously, thank you guys so much for coming on. We do the show every Thursday live at 8. Bring a beer, log into YouTube, comment along with us, follow what guests we're up with, and make sure you go to their page, follow them as well. If you don't know how to find us, you obviously don't internet very well, and thank you for at least keeping up with us. We'll see you guys next Thursday where we're going to have us down, I hear.
Oh, and if you go to Billsburg, remember, Brewmaster Dino.
Dino.